Hello, good evening. It's very nice to be meeting all of you online again. I was tasked. I was tasked to do this project by Venerable Master Xing Yun, and very lucky here in the Philippines, we have the guidance and the leaderships of a team led by our head Abbess, Venerable Guang. And hence, this is a stories. This is the stories that I have seen how humanistic Buddhism and the stories of humanistic practitioners is growing the work of the Philippines. At the same time, growing our community to be stronger, closer, and more loving. I will be sharing some of thoughts by the end, hopefully, that we got a few minutes that many of us who are advisor of BOIA and also our long-time devotees, that I hope that you may be able to share a few of your thoughts as we are celebrating the third year into post-pandemic time, and as we are celebrating our 33rd year of humanistic propagations here in the Philippines, and also as we are celebrating the first year of Guang College in Tagaytay. I like to share three aspects of the topic tonight. So we will talk about the work that we do in humanistic Buddhism, also the people who are working in it, on it, along with it, and with it. I like the word transforming. It used to be perhaps something transforming something, but I felt more appropriate if people transforming something, or people transforming people. So the three aspects is life transformations, 翻转生命, 生命翻转. I myself has been transformed by Venerable Master Xing Yun. If you haven't heard it enough, even though it's 13 years ago, but I felt that is part of my growing up, and is also part of my stories, that the Abbess cried 3 days before she came to take on the positions. That would be me. So Venerable Master Xing Yun, our Sifu, has first transformed my courage to bring me from being very newly novice or very new, perhaps to the monastic administrative or management, or maybe blank in Shan, and transform here. I also said that the courage is as huge as our devotees here in the Philippines, that you have welcome, and that you have support, and that you have whole hands and whole hearts along the way. So the last 13 years has been incredible. So life transformations, mine is one, and I feel extremely lucky because of your support, our devotees here in the Philippines especially, that we have transformed many lives. So how did we do that? I like to bring that up, or maybe some of the work that we have done here in the Philippines. Then we want to share a little bit more about Len. How did we, who are those that have get all of this done and possible? So we keep in mind that nothing would be possible if it wasn't for first Venerable Master Xing Yun, the Buddha. Then if it wasn't for a creative team of Guang Monastic. Because I always remember Venerable Guang, our head Abbess, has said that when she first came to the Philippines, she only had 4 devotees in Shan Temple. And the first week, she received 32 pesos in her donation box. And look at where we are right now. I felt that that's because the mind of the practitioners In Buddhism, one means many, many means one. So I would like us to take Sifu as our model, Zhongzhu as our model, and maybe each other as we inspire, continue to inspire who we are, what we want to do, and where we are going. So the 4 things that I would say I'd like to introduce to you, the 宝典 or the secret code is this. That's the beauty of a virtual background here. The mind of a practitioners. First, have faith in myself. 信愿行, whether it's the Western Pure Land, whether it's 大乘起信论, in all of this Mahayana Sutra, the first thing we need to have is have faith or confidence that helps to ground our thinking, feelings, thought, and that also help us to guide like a lighthouse to guide us where we want to go, and shining ahead in front of us where our destiny is or where our other shore is. Second, shoulders the suffering of others. It sounds so 伟大, right? But yet it is so true. Wasn't that what we were doing every day, especially here in Shan and in BIA Philippines? I have seen Huizang, right? He and our First Lady would always make time. Today, for the setup of the Dharma service, tomorrow it will be the preparations of his speech and the meeting of a conference. And yesterday he was just here cooking and helping to 义卖 our 粽子. So this is again, right, exactly who we are. Shoulder, not so shoulder the suffering, and at the same time giving joy. That's exactly the two aspects of compassion, of being compassionate. And this is how we grow and develop ourselves in the mind of practitioners. Next, I kind of pack everything into one, because that was how the Chan master has cultivated, and also because we are from the Dharma lineage of Lingji, right? So we have to know what are we 不执着, what are our non-self. So we have to cultivate our non-self in not discriminating, no anxious, not attached, and not calculating mind. And now you feel very familiar. That's what we sing all the time, right? 四修歌, 一修人我不计较, 二修彼此不比较, right? So that's exactly what the Sifu has made it so lively and so loving, so that we can do that every day. So again, put this in mind, because we are going to have a checklist or to do a self-evaluations after an event, or after attending a Dharma service, or maybe after talking to one of our fellow practitioners. Is that how we feel? Do we feel I'm stronger in my in my faith, that I can guide by living with karma, and I can work with others in emptiness? Can I remove suffering and at the same time to give joys, growing my compassions? And after an event, meeting someone, can I examining myself? Am I less? I have a less selfless, more selfless, sorry, more selfless, not less self. So then at this point, right, I like to introduce to one of our ladies, Miss Mary Abbess. You may come online as you unmute yourself. And she has just one. I like to introduce her to you because she has been always very loving and always ever since she came to Guang College. at age 16. So Evangeline, please.
Good evening, Cheerful. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Shan family, to our devotees, and everyone who's here in this online meeting. So, thank you so much, Venerable Miao.Jing, for introducing me as one of the Miao of Guang College. So, I graduated batch 2019, or the second batch of Guang College, taking Bachelor of Performing Arts in Dance. And just this year also, or last year, I finished my master's degree in Mabuhay University, Taiwan, taking Master of Fine Arts in Dance Performance. So I would like to share how I came up with this accomplishment again of joining Wi-Fi Body Philippines 2022. So it just recent last October 15, 2022 at Cultural Center of the Philippines, Patanghalang, Batute. So when I finished my master's degree, it really comes to my mind that what should I do, or what will I do after that long journey, or having that degree, or what can I do, or what can I help in the Philippines. Though I felt so little because I'm only one. But with the help of the people around me, especially with the spirit of Guang College, because I continued directly to Nanfa University, I was able to still be on the right track to, though I'm in the admin, but at the same time I'm finding my ways on how to still be in the line of dance. So the Wi-Fi body was introduced to me, though it's really my dream since then, because most of my teachers are one of the finalists of Wi-Fi body. It's my dream to join also this kind of competition. It's a national platform to those who are emerging artists, not only in dance, but can be also in theater or whatever field is that, as long as it has a choreography. So my piece is entitled Within Me, which shows or express as simple as the struggle within me on finding or figuring out what is certain to uncertain. So I explored movement through using the device. As you can see, there's a clock. That's the device I use to manipulate or to initiate movements with my partner, or with the dancer I have, Jayalin Rose Ondang, also my colleague and one of the Hanyatsu also of Guangming College. So for us, since we like back off almost a year in dancing, it's our way to renew or to go back again in dance, and it is a dance competition. I know it's not a wise decision to join a competition, a national competition, knowing that we are not physically prepared, because my dancer, Jayalin Rose Ondang, also suffered from a knee injury. But then, since I am not considering it as a competition, I consider it as a milestone on to step in to the dance industry of in the Philippines, and also to represent the Guangming College or the full Shan as a whole, as how they mold us as an artist, and at the same time as a scholar of Guangming College. So I'm happy, or I'm glad to announce to you that we got a second prize of the Wi-Fi Body Philippines 2020, and it's an honor to be part of it, though most of the pieces or most of the entries that part of the finalists are or deserve the place that we got. So I would like to thank those people who's behind of this inspiration. Of course, the Venerable, that keep on supporting whatever we will do, as long as it's for the betterment of ourselves or of our future, because I know it's one of the advocacy or purpose of why Venerable Master Xing help young artists of the Filipinos or of the Philippines. So I'm trying to fulfill that kind of mission that being given to us as a alumni or as a seed of Shan or Guang College. Thank you so much, Venerable, for being part of it.
Well, congratulations again, Evangeline, and also Jaline is coming online. I know she has projects today, but thank you for sharing your journey with us. Evangeline was a non-Buddhist from the very beginning, but when we look at her presentations, and she's now working with Professor Maru to guide the student in students' affairs, and hence we know that she always, the two of them always tell me, Sifu, whatever you teach us, we want to bring it to Tagaytay. and so I know that we can trust. Tagaytay has been open in a way 2 months, but really the student was there since last October. So thank you very much to come back just for Guang College Tagaytay, a promise that you make yourself, and also a promise that you help Philippines to fulfill. So thanks. I really like your dance, as I share with Jaline as well. That a very creative and very artistic presentations of how you found your true self. And I think it is a concept of in Buddhism that we emphasize on, not in the appearance, but in the reality, in the real and truthful selves to yourself. And your truthful selves is always very caring and very, very loving. Not evil, but always gentle and compassionate. So thanks again. So then, does it always got stuck here? There. So Venerable Master Xing has given us here in the Philippines 2 missions. One is to propagate Dharma through culture, arts, music, and now sport. Then the other, which we will discuss a little bit later, is to nurture talents through educations. So Sifu Venerable Master Xing 32 years ago, this is what he said to head Abbess: go to the Philippines, go. Not with charity, but through educations that you help. And 13 years ago, when I was appointed here in the Philippines, he said, be brave. Be brave to offer what you can and who you are. I have always been very thankful of Venerable Master Xing because I might not get to see him a lot, yet I always treasure every moment that I have with him, whether it's in the public, whether it's in a conference, or whether when, like Zhong Chu described, that we are saying greeting hymns, in paying homage, that he would always give me 4 words, 8 words, or 8 characters pocket. I say fortunes, pocket fortunes that I can bring home, 福袋 to bring home. And now, right, when Guang Fa came back or returning 2016 to build Guangming College, this is exactly what he said again, to help. And hence we have Guangming College Cebu, Guangming College Tagaytay, and Guangming College Manila. So here, I want to thank what we see today. It doesn't come overnight, but it was a lot of hard work from group of people, humanistic devotees. Well, I have to give you an applause that go around. So what have we done through cultural and arts work? I am very thankful that all of our work was in the record. So I calculate that we have for 15 years, since 2006, we have staged. We are the producer, or you are the producer. We have staged Sihata musical, initiated by Venerable Master Xing, but really support by our devotees, because you believe in the visions of Venerable Master Xing. So we have staged in 15 countries. None performance from the Philippines have done that, long lasting and travel so far in such a short time. Totally local and produced locally. So then I also like to share with you our children's drawing contest since 2010. It's now still in exhibitions on the 3rd floor this year. That will continue to promote that. We was just having a long afternoon meeting to join in forces with our Chinese school, so that we can promote explore the children from the Philippines, so that the world get to see the rich culture and the talented one here. The Filipino and indigenous arts through our art gallery. Since 2010, here in Mabuhay Temple, we have staged over 30 programs and exhibitions. Flip concerts, even though it has been in pandemic, but last year we managed to put it online. So since 2016, that our concerts has bring in all of our scholars from the different educational program as a way to say thank you to the devotees. Then one last I like to share with you. You might not have known that we have attend over 350 interfaith programs, whether it's a dialogue, whether it's a conference, or whether it's a prayer. Also including the parade in Cebu, the Synodal parade that we join, and we bring Buddha and Sihata there. And in Taiwan, on December the 25th, we also bring the Synodal dance group, first led by the dance foundations of Santa Nina Church. Then it grew to rehearsal at the Cebu Zi Temple. And hence we are like one big family. You might also not know that our cultural programs include international conferences and exchange pilgrimage that the BOIA has been leading. We have been 500. We have had 500 such engagement. Including 200 plus Dharma talks over the last 30 years. That is almost a Dharma speaker every 2 months. I like to show you a few announce to you. Jing Fa Sư and also Guang Fa Sư. The most supporter, our most supporter is Venerable Master Xing. Prince Sihata musical is coming back on again. We will be celebrating our 15th anniversary this year So we are rehearsing and we are looking forward to share the story of the wise one from the Philippines to the others and bring inspiration home. One comment, this is why we say that the Philippines is different, unique, because this is exactly what the judges would say at the international drawing contest. They like our pieces, artwork from the Philippines, from our children. This year, the second prize go to an 8 years old in the mountains school of Cadiz City, Negros Occidental. This is how they share with us that our children make colorful artwork. It means it also shows the happiness and the joys in kids. Our drawings also show family stories and the gathering, and so it tells good stories. I really like that because it reflects our culture and our traditions here in the Philippines. Then the judges say that our drawings are so close to nature. It has a lot of birds, trees, rivers, islands, trees, and I really like it because wasn't it exactly what we want to build, while other places are trying to restore for us. We just have to make sure that we protect and keep what we have. So then another things to share since 2003, the cultural and artwork that we have done is non-stop. It has been continuous. You still recognize Jude? That was when he was still very young, 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago. So this is why I think this is how we make history. We make classic stories that can be shared for a long time with our children, because in Fo Guang Shan we treasure what we have done, and every single little bit that we have make things happen. So then the sound of the human will continue to be sung. This year we won 4 prizes from the 2 finalists. So that was being broadcast online, and that was also being shared online at our BLIA World Conference through the Fair platform. So this is why Venerable Master Xing has known us, have seen us, and has given us the directions to grow. Then again, Venerable Master Xing did not just stop, right? But he walked out of traditions and always go beyond what we can do, or Fo Guang Shan can do, or BOIA can do. So a few years ago, he launched a 3 Acts of Goodness International Microphone Award or competitions that give us another platform to share our stories and our creative artwork with others. So we have been participating. Wasn't that exactly the right time when our theater arts programs has a filming course? So our students get to send entries, which we are very proud of, and get to tell their own stories and stories of their neighbors. The story of transformations together with Venerable Master Xing to the world. So this year we have small step was by a 3 Acts of Goodness school in Olangkapo. Then the space in between, that's was stage. This is what we exactly love to see. The background or the setting of a story was made exactly in Guang College. So that make us very world famous. And here, Miss Evangeline or Teacher Mary was sharing, right? And that was that very special moment that was being captured. She has, right, grown. She's from Ramblon, and she has grown out of herself, like how a caterpillar turned into a butterfly because of a Dharma, because of Venerable Master Xing. And now she be able to stage her story and express it on stage. on an international platform. And now, because again, it's online, so that was being staged, viewed by international viewer. The one on the left, the first prize, is Guang College, a 4th-year dancer. So very proud teacher and students. But all of this, again, thank you because of your support to make it possible. Then, right, over the last 2 years or 3 years now, we have continued to make songs. We have a newly found talent, Dr. Mabuhay. She's a philosophy professor from USD, but also helped to teach in Guang College, and has always been very inspired by Venerable Master Xing Yun. And so she has always been inviting friends, professor, to our research work and also our academic work, to bring them back to Foguangshan to understand what we do, and hence she was the one that composed. Thank you, Master Xing Yun. And this year, Namo Amitabha Buddha. And Jude has made Be the Light and 3 other songs. So here, this is our international platform from the Philippines, radiating lights to the world. So BOIA has been a member since 2003, and we joined together hands in hands to make an international appearance. The most international appearance, as you already have known, is our Dharma service that happened from Saturday to Sunday, 24 hours around the world. Because we wake up at different times, so we pray at different time. The Dharma service, the weekly group cultivations, and it become one of the important practice that Foguang people get to share, and we get to share spiritually and connected spiritually, religiously as well. So on the BOIA United Nations platform, this is what we present to the world. From humanistic Buddhists, humanistic practitioners, friends and families. The one from the Philippines, we have made a stage in the first one, and also veggie run. We have started running around. I have to acknowledge President Nelson of Pasay chapter and President Zhuanzi Angela of Xianfan chapter. They recruit over 40 people while we were running for Australia, the Oceania. So continue to work very hard for Africa this month, and we'll be running for ourselves next April. So here is our mileage. We have a walk around the world. 1,004 veggie runners from the Philippines. Cover 6,000, just a little bit over 6,000 kilometers. That means we have run around Taiwan Island, coast to coast, 5 rounds. We are very proud of ourselves, right? Sitting in Manila and be able to manage to do that. So then the other United Nations platform and international platforms, again, United Nations was formed because of equality and the rights to live. And in Venerable Master Xing Yun words, the rights, the respect that we have for all forms of life. And hence the Buddha means equality. So we stage Guang College setting new standard for inclusive and progressive global educations. The stories of transformations from the Philippines in 2019. And we love to continue to do that because of your support, because we are a team, because this is our mission. And so I want to point out that when Venerable Master Xing Yun talk about his Haomiaozi projects and his work, devotions in this life is for Buddhism, that he said. And how did he manage to do that? He said 2 things in this video that he have. Foguangshan is based on educations. This is what we do. So he first he said with equality. That's how we collaborate with people. That's how we meet people. Wasn't that exactly what he said 30 years ago to Venerable Guang, right, our head Abbess? And this is what we do. So 一以贯之 from the beginning until the end. That's always him. I guess a pure mind never change. Then the next thing he said is, how did we able to do this? We learn to give. Giving doesn't come natural. Givings come from learning. And we learn again from Venerable Master Xing, and we learn from each other to share what we have with the others. I want to show you a few pictures that we have for the different program, and whether it's major or elective. One thing that the president, now that we move right from the founding presidents in Mabuhay Temple to Takaitai, that President Michael Lim Dan, he has always want to bring Guang College to an international level, not just national. So we have, right, our project and our teacher, our faculties are has an international experience and set international standards. I also want to acknowledge our one other hero. In the Philippines, we call hero. In our Buddhist term, we call Bodhisattva, Su Ling Sijie. She has, right, been very impressive. She has helped us to spread our words, our work in words, whether it's in Chinese, whether it's in Tagalog, whether it's in English, through all the connection and channel that she has. So she has bring our presence, the work that you have done and that you have support to the Journal of Humanistic Buddhism's Cultural Arts of Shan Research Center. And she has bring our work to our LNA and our BLTV that you've been receiving. Jing Faster said last month we hit the over 70 articles that was being posted. So we have so many stories and so much to share. Because I always remember that, because our heart is full, and that's why we be able to share that with others. Second objective that Venerable Master Xing has given us, to nurture talents through educations. So it reflecting back, right? Why are we doing all of this? Whether it's in culture, arts, music, sport now, right? And vegetarians, cooking, or promoting vegetarianisms or veggie run, scholarships, or 3 Acts of Goodness School. Why are we doing this? Because we are exploring diamond, Guang Faster described, talent through educations. And the Buddha's term is our true nature. All of us, and each one of us has the potential to attain the great compassions and enlightenment. But it's because of defilements and illusions that we cannot attain right now. We are so much attached to our own self and our own thought that we are not willing to give that away yet. But yet, when we slowly peel off pieces by pieces through, again, the mind of the practitioners and the practice of the practitioners, then we slowly learn to let Dharma shining lights along our path into our hearts and show the way. So here, from the 1 monastic and 4 devotees, 32 peso. So we have now 12 monastic serving in the Philippines, 4 temples, 2 schools, and coming up, Jing Faster is working very hard with, again, our guidance of head Abbess to form I want to say profitable, but more like a cultural company that can continue to substance our work in faith. So we have over 1,000 BRIA members, volunteers from the Philippines, and we continue to make our presence on national and international stage. Here in the Philippines, we give, as Venerable Master Xing Yun has said, we have received much from the Buddha, much blessing from the Buddha. And so we want to share that with others who need it as much or perhaps more than we do. So we want to share like a candle. When we share with others, our light did not diminish, but yet our light could share and shine further and more to the others when their light lit up side by side alongside with us. Just like how Abbess from you, your scholarships that we have Siddhartha Kas, that we have Guang College Scholar, that we have Miao, that we have BLIA Yat, that we have your second generations and third generations, our scout. All of this make us one and no difference. So I want to acknowledge, right, when we are going through very difficult times, there are young hearts that, again, alongside with us together, that we make things happen. We overcome differences, and we overcome sometimes maybe we have to use a big heart to embrace people, things, event in such a short time. So I want to say thank you, Scott, and thank you, Venerable, that when Guang College is facing lockdown, and when Guang College is moving to Tagaytay, and when Guang College is still building and wasn't sure if our constructor be able to make it, that you are here, that you help us through, or help Guang College through these difficult times, to start helping the children get connections, helping the professor get connections, helping the class to go online, helping our children to stay safe, healthy, and mindful at home, helping the college to find different possibility, and help the presidents to bring, in accordance to Venerable Master Xing Yun's will, to form a basketball team to consolidate the 3 campuses. So I want to thank you for making this difficult transitions period of time. If it is you that make it possible. So 谢谢. Then I also want to acknowledge the 2 others from our Siddhartha class that always stay put in the Cebu. It was again a difficult times because there was so many uncertainty, but yet stay put to bring our program. Cebu Institute used to be called, have 200 people rehearsing. The first floor, second floor was all full. The dancer and the drama has to go to the parking lot to practice every evening. And when lockdown happened, they transform our program online immediately. Launch mindfulness practice, launch a Tai Chi tea ceremony, launch a dance program, and find new linkages within Singapore International School to bring courses online, performing arts courses online. That was innovative. That was very brave. So thank you, young heart. And again, this is you, because of your support, because of your big heart, that you have touched the young ones, and they are now our second generations. If you would say, on the Miao, so young that they are our third generations, continue to walk this path of humanistic Buddhism. And here we have 10 others in Guang College saying thank you. This is what they say when the Guang College has made them extraordinary. So now they come back to Guang College because They want to continue the legacy of Venerable Master Xing Yun to make their junior or their students now, to make their students in excellence. Not extraordinary is not enough. Have to make them excellent. I'm very much touched that we don't have to be in Tai Kai Tai, and yet these are the words coming from our scholar, our Hao Miao Zi, and our children of Venerable Master Xing Yun. So then there are more children, right, that we groom. Not just the BOIA chapters, the Fo-Guang-San branch temple and the Guangming College campus or sub-campus, branch campus. We have now, over the last 6 years of nurturing, we have now this year 300 schools, and over the last 7 cycles, including this one, we have over 600 schools across the Philippines in different regions to promote the acts of goodness. Wasn't that what we want? We want to spread the seed of kindness, and so that Venerable Master Xing Yun said, when you are good, I will be good. When you are well, I will be well. When you are happy, I will be happy. I'm not important. So this is right. I remember our devotees told me that, I can close my business, but Guangming College cannot close. We have to keep the temple going. And you are the one also who told me that it's a difficult time, but yet we know that the teachers and the children from the province need support. So we will try very hard to save so that we can support one other person, one other school, one other teachers. You are the one that told me that you don't have to eat a lot. You will give the saving, or you don't your rice money to the salary of our teachers. I don't know what to say. I can only say Venerable Master Xing Yun taught us, right? 信徒 our 衣食父母. So thank you for making that word so real and that phrase so vivid. So then what do we do next, right? Moving forward, just like a Venerable Master Xing Yun being very creative and innovative. So this is what we do. We have bring in, Yongguang Fazi described the wisdom of 140 years old. That we continue to develop our understanding, our propagations, and our work of Humanistic Buddhism. We open up another linkages and area of shared resource, 借力使力, with our consortium institutes. So we have from the Philippines 7 scholars. So I also want to congratulate Sihua Sije for always very supportive. Here, the Humanistic Buddhist Center is coming up. We just finished our strategy planning, and I want to let you know that, right? Our work does not start now. Our work started long time ago, since 2012, maybe even earlier, because of the Dharma talk that we have on a monthly basis, if you still recall that. So we want to help develop. Guangming College is now here. We have to help develop the understanding and the presentations of Humanistic Buddhism through our academic area. So the next, this is like my front warm-up run, because the next run is coming Thursday. I want to show you that. We are now, right? We will be now one of the 10. Right here is only 9 because that was back in August. So we will now one of the 10 Humanistic Buddhist Institute or Institute of Humanistic Buddhism, or some other places is refers to as Humanistic Studies, Humanistic Buddhism's research center or studies on humanistic Buddhisms. So it has, there are many scholars, about 300 scholars right now around the world in different universities that are, they are not just in our data bank, they are our friends. So when we have a conferences, when there's a president's forums, when the Venerable Master Xing invites conferences through our schools, right? Then we are all here, or yeah, we are all here, like one big family. So this is what we do. Continue on. So part of the work that we have already launched is whole brain learning and self-mastery. So for the last 7 years, that the Guang College curriculum was based on this output-based strategy or model of learning. So we are going to bring this model through the Humanistic Buddhism Center in the Philippines, through our school heads and coordinators in different regions. This year, when we are awarding the 300 school, I want to congratulate you because you are the living model of our 3X of Goodness School and Sagai divisions. The one that received the Excellency Award has implement 3X of Goodness across the whole divisions, the 80 school across whole divisions. So all of them, very soon in Sagai, whoever you met, the children or the youth, whoever you will be meeting, when you ask who is Venerable Master Xing, they will tell, he's the one that teach me the acts of goodness. So this is, right, this is why we say, I call 3 acts of goodness the 4th generations, because they are so far away, yet they are doing humanistic Buddhist work in practice. So we are going to bring the new modules on top of what we have. We are going to add through the contemplative pedagogies, contemplations, that means mindfulness, from Nantian Institute, the curriculum. We are going to bring this to our school heads, the 种子老师. Not everyone yet, but 种子老师. And we are going to bring lesson template of lesson plans so that we can tell the story of Venerable Master Xing that we have newly published. And again, because of your help in the printing. So what else do we do? We have 35 Dharma speaker. Wasn't that 可喜可贺? That's exciting. It almost filled my heart with firework. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear each and every one of you to share your learning, to share your practice in humanistic Buddhisms to your families, to your friends, to our 3X of Goodness teacher, to our Guang College faculties and students, scholars, so that our community stays stronger together because we are sharing the same visions and thoughts. So all in all, up until now, this is why we are doing what we are doing. Because in 2017, Venerable Master Xing gathered the Abbess and director of the different departments, temples of Shan. He told us, right? He told us that, tell me, what are the things that Shan shall do in the next 50 years? We thought he wants to talk about what we have done in the last 50, but no, he led us further ahead. He said there are 8 areas that we have to stay focused: educations, cultures, arts, sports, music, academia. That means research, and also universities, right? Research work, conferences, and IT. information technology. So, 各位佛光人, my fellow practitioners, are you not excited because we are so committed across the world? And you have seen that this year, with the North America hosting our world conference, is on a virtual base, and it has gathered all the knowledge, all the history, all the work that he has, and put it on one platform. And it's leading us one step ahead, right? To see, to explore, to further develop, give us a spike of what we can do with our faith, talents, and our devotions. So I want to congratulate, right? When we say that, we want to look back. This is what Venerable Master Xing has taught us. And if this is what we have done. So for the last 3 years, it has been 3 years now, the pandemic keep us right, online. The temple is only slowly opening. Guang Pastor says semi-open. So we have always, right, know that compassion is what we need. Being robust, flexible, responsive, 有反应, and diligence. But now I add a couple more. Agile, we have to be 灵巧, and we have to learn to coexist. That was exactly the words Venerable Master Xing has given us, right, in the New Year's stroll. And I want to congratulate. How did we manage to bring all this help and contributions, I call pandemic care and love, to the Philippines? How do we help manage to manufacture our own medical standard gown, bring in masks when we have national shortages, shields, wheelchair, because we are one family, we are creative team. 我们集体创作，我们把功德回向，光荣回向佛陀。So none of this is ours, and we managed to construct Guangming College. We managed to give out 250 scholarships, 150 laptops to Guangming College, and we managed to make new songs while amid the difficulties of the pandemic. And we are be able to recognize 460 tech schools so that they can help their pupils in the mountains by the cost. So I have to say, the Catholics say miracle, but I said that's because of your Bodhisattva vow. Venerable Master Xing, our spiritual master. And we our practice, bring it back, right? We continue to elevate ourselves, we uplifting ourselves, and we do, right? We do what we do on a daily basis, making offerings, prayer, blessing. We group cultivations through our weekly Dharma service. It's not just talking to the Buddha, but I newly found that it is our Dharma gathering, because we get to exchange what we can do together when we meet over lunch. For one family, with for one family, we practice the way. It's the middle way, not bias, no prejudice, no discriminations, and this is the humanistic way. More importantly, and we always want to attend that, realizing the nature, being accepting different situations with equanimity and oneness, showing respect. So last, I want to conclude that Humanistic Buddhism is a cultivations for applying, cultivating, and actualizing our knowing into our daily activities. I want to add into every moment of our awakening thoughts. So thought that arise when it's pure, then the actions and the words that will be pure. With this pure heart, pure mind, pure actions, we solve problems. We eliminate worries for self and others. We offer willingly, perfectly willingly, the right conditions to help others. And we're willing to take times to listen. And I want to share that I think this is only perhaps found in our organizations, because I've seen other newly arrived people in our group that they are not like this. But I believe we can slowly 同化它, or more like touch their heart. Never spoil good moment because of jealousy. We don't do that. And lastly, right? Remember the non-discriminations, the non-attachment, and the non-calculating, non-anxieties. Right? That's because we are going to find a balance, a balanced moments of our feelings and our thoughts, that we are not affected by the external circumstances or others. So with middle way, we do not discriminate. We can identify the feelings, whether it's sad or whether it's happy, a feeling of happiness or sadness. We be able to find a new balance right at the moment that we comes to realize. We are willingly, again, accept. I think willingly accept is important. Appreciating what others has done. So whether it's not our expectations or maybe fail of our expectations, but we are willingly accept it all. If you remember the story of the Buddhist college, there is the student running to the teacher that said that, why do I get a X or cross? Because of my brush, my toothbrush. The brush from my toothbrush was put on the other side and not this side. Then the answer is, you have to accept the imperfect part of yourself. So I want to delegate. We don't have much time. I'm already over time. But if you like to share, we can stay a little bit longer after this. But do you have anything that you want to say before we go, before we transfer our merit from listening to the story of transformations of practitioners tonight? And I want to reiterate and emphasizing again, you are the practitioner of Humanistic Buddhism. We have faith in us and we believe in what we do, because Venerable Master Xing is our guidance, our shade of light, and Venerable Guang, our head abbess, is our leader. She leads. I assume you don't have questions.
Venerable Miao-Jing, I think there's
Yes.
There's actually one at the chat box. There's
Dario,
there's actually a comment on the chat box. It says, "Dear Venerable, is it possible that you show us one of the singings, please?"
Yeah, we can. I can even sing you the singing. Dario, you want to speak?
Good evening, Venerables. Good evening, Shifus. Good evening, aunties and uncles and all the attendees. I would just like to briefly share what we discussed earlier in our communities of practice by Nantian Institute. I have been participating in communities of practice in Nantian Institute since October last year. October, November, I think there was a Humanistic Buddhism forum hosted by Nantian Institute. last year. And since then, I have been participating every Sunday together with Professor Mage and Professor Cecilia Manican. Earlier, our topic, our topic for this month is about turning point. And one of the speakers, one of the sharers mentioned that how music has transformed his life. And I think it's very connected with what Venerable Master Xing Yun and what Venerable Miao-Jing mentioned earlier. The 8 points, sports, music, arts. It's a very, I think we can really maximize the opportunities presented by, started by Venerable Master Xing Yun. Also with the help of our head Abbess, Venerable Guang, here in the Philippines. So if we can have more projects, more activities, more seminars, more online meetings like this about these 8 topics, I think that would be very nice. And yes, let's include more of our friends. Let's invite our family members, like our cousins, our nephews, niece, to join this as we, yeah, let's share the light of Venerable Master Xing and let's serve the world. And yeah, music is such music, arts, science, technology. It's very interesting, and yeah,
Thank you, Daryl.
let's spread the word. Omitofo.
Beautiful, thanks. Dario is also our Guangming College graduate in dance. And he has a joy Sihata to the state and also South America. So thank you, Dario, and always being very supportive in all of our meetings and conferences. 谢谢你. So we will chant the 4 verses together to transfer the merit of your kindness and your generosity. Just like Venerable Master Xing Yun to the world, and we are here in the Philippines. Then I will invite the Venerable Ziqing to share the music of the first wings. 我们先回向，然后我们再来播。我们合掌 ，palms joints. May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity prevail for us. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May chant pure land and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our humility and gratitude give rise to great vows. 晚安，知青法师再麻烦你播南无阿弥陀佛布达。那明天呢是我们的 Medicine Buddha Birthday， 准时10点钟线上见。
Night.
Now we'd like to present the 8th contestant of the night. Namo Amitabha Buddha is a powerful and spirited song composed. Now we'd like to present the 8th contestant of the night. Namo Amitabha Buddha is a powerful and spirited song composed by Kristen Jason and performed by Simeon Philip. Through Venerable Master's words, this composition incorporates a taste of Philippines culture and musical art. Let's welcome Namo Amitabha Buddha.
Refuge in Amitabha Buddha. are my great Redemptor. Your compassionate vow offers man a safe harbor. I repent, I lament, knowing that at the moment of our fall, you're the only knower who responds to my call. Amitabha Buddha, I seek refuge in Amitabha Buddha. I seek refuge in Amitabha Buddha. I seek refuge in Amitabha, Amitabha, Amitabha Buddha. You are our great Redemptor, our Buddha. We pray and we appeal to thee, knowing that at the moment of our fall, you're the only knower who responds to our call. Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, and I seek refuge in Amitabha Buddha. I seek refuge in Amitabha Buddha. I seek refuge in Amitabha, Amitabha, Amitabha Buddha. One more time for the Buddha. Namo Sanghaya, Namo Buddha, Namo Dharma, Namo Sanghaya. And I seek refuge Namo Sanghaya in Buddha, Namo Dharma, Namo Sanghaya. Namo Buddha, Namo Dharma, Namo Sanghaya.
All right. Thank you very much, Venerable Miao-Jing, for the very inspiring Dharma talk. I would like to request everyone to turn on their camera for a group photo.